Hello children, welcome to the online physics class. Okay, in the previous chapter, what is our previous chapter ma? Motion, isn't it? In that lesson, we have learnt about many facts about motion, many types of motion like straight linear motion, circular motion, uniform and non-uniform motion, and also the terms including that is speed, velocity, acceleration, etc. we have learnt in that lesson. Okay, now we are moving to the second lesson, the force and laws of motion. Okay, what is in the previous lesson we learnt about many types of motion. Okay, what causes that motion? We didn't think about that. What causes that motion? Okay, if a ball or something, some places somewhere, some things are placed somewhere, what we have to move that? We have to pick up that. That means we are pulling that object. We are pulling the ball. Likewise, if a table is there, means you have to move there, means move it. You have to push in a some direction. So in our day-to-day life, many actions are like this. Okay, hitting, striking, or lifting something. There are many actions. All actions are divided into two categories, that are pushing and pulling. So if object is at rest, means if you want to move that object, means you have to push or pull. To push or pull, you have to apply some force. So generally force should be needed to move an object. Otherwise it can, if you want to change the speed or direction of the object, you have to apply a force, that is a push or a pull. So generally force is nothing but a push or a pull. Okay, look at this picture, children. What he is doing in the first one? He is trying to pull a object. Okay, in the second picture, he is trying to push the object. Okay, both are used to move that object from the place. Okay, generally what is motion, children? Motion is the change of position of an object according to the time. Okay, so if you want to move an object, at a rest, means we have to give a pull or a push, then only it will be move from that place. Okay, next one, look at the video, children.
In this activity, we will demonstrate how force can change position, motion, shape, size, and direction of objects. For this activity, we need toy train, ball, clay, and spring. First, we will demonstrate how force can change motion and position of an object. Take the toy train and push it. The force applied moves the stationary train forward. If you put your hand in front of the moving train, the train comes to a stop. In this case, the force has changed the position and motion of the toy train. Also, force is used to stop the train. Now we will demonstrate how force can change the shape of an object. Take the clay and press it with both your hands. We observe that the force has changed the shape of the clay. Now we will demonstrate how force can change the size of an object. Take this spring and pull it. We observe that the size of the spring has changed due to force. Now we will demonstrate how force can change the direction of a moving object. Take the ball and push it with both hands like this. We observe that force applied by the hands changes the direction of the moving ball. So in this activity, we have demonstrated how force can change position, motion, shape, size, and direction of objects.
Okay, have you watched that video, children? In that video, they explain that what are the effects of force. That is, a force can change state of an object. It also it also make a change in velocity and a change in direction of an object, of a moving object, and also change in shape and size of an object. Okay, these are the effects of force we have to know. Okay, the next one, going to the topic balanced and unbalanced forces. Okay, look at this, look the picture. In that picture, it is a table. There is a table, and above the table there is a wooden block. Place the wooden block there, and you have to tie each end of the wooden block with a string. Okay, right side is X and left side is Y. They have marked to understand. Okay, what we have to do is just we have to pull the string X. That means we are pulling that wooden block in the right side direction. Okay, therefore it will move a little to a right side. If suppose you are pulling the string X, means it moves towards the left side. Okay, imagine that if two of your friends pulling that block from each side, that is we have to move the same time, that is X and Y, that is we have to pull the object in opposite directions. Okay, imagine like that. If you have the same force, if you have the equal force, you are pulling with equal force, means it won't move. Okay, it won't move because the forces given, two forces are equal in magnitude, so but opposite in direction, so it won't move, the block won't move. But if a friend moving with if suppose the X string, okay, they have pulled the string X with a greater force, means it will move to the right side. If it is greater force in the side of Y, means it will move that left side. So these are called unbalanced forces. Okay, suppose if you have if you both of you pull the block with the same magnitude of force, it won't move, so there is a balanced force. So the block won't move. Suppose if you pull with some greater force, means it will move to the side with in the direction where the force is greater. So these forces are called unbalanced forces. Okay, balanced forces means both the forces are same in the magnitude, that is same in the value, numerical value, but opposite in the direction. that is called balanced forces. Suppose if a force is greater and another force is lesser, means the block will move to the side where the greater force. So these forces are called unbalanced forces. Look at this picture, children. In this picture, the two children are trying to move an object in a rough surface. Okay, in a rough floor. Rough surface means it is uneven force. Okay, not a smoother one. It is a rougher surface. So they are trying to move the object in the rougher surface. There should be a balanced force because they pull the object with some force, and also in the rough surface there is a frictional force should be there. Okay, frictional force should be there. The both forces are equal. Okay, and the force given by the children and also the frictional forces are in the equal magnitude but opposite in the direction. So it is a balanced force, so the object cannot move. Okay, it won't move. In the next one, if the children push a little more greater force, but even there is a frictional force equal to the same force. Okay, equal to the same force. So there is no movement. Okay, in the picture C, they are pushing the object with a greater force. Okay, if you pushing that object with a greater force, so the frictional force is lesser than the force applied by them. Okay, so the object started to move. We can realize these facts with the arrows given in that picture. Okay, in the first one A, the both arrows are same. Okay, so first upper one is the force given by the children, and the lower one is the frictional force. In the second one also the both forces are same. So in the first two pictures there is a balanced force. In the third one C, the force given by them is a greater one and the frictional force is the lesser one. So with a greater force only they able to move that object against the frictional force. So it is called as unbalanced force. Okay, this is one example. And another one example given is when you are riding in a bicycle, if you stop pedaling and the cycle will stop there. Okay, stops its motion. This is also because of the frictional force. Okay, and suppose if you start to pedal again, means the cycle will start to move. Okay, this is another example of balanced and unbalanced force. Okay, if the force given by you is greater, that should be the movement in the object. So these are the facts about balanced and unbalanced forces. Okay, children, until this we have learnt about what is a force and the effects of forces, and next is the balanced and unbalanced forces. Keep on watching. We will meet in the next class, children. Thank you.